Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm a certified transformational health coach, and I'm the owner of the health and wellness website, Tasting Page. And I have a question for you. What is health? What does it mean to be healthy? Are you healthy? For me, I always thought that being healthy meant eating the right things and exercising. And by that definition, I feel like I've been pretty healthy my whole life. I've always watched what I've eaten, even if it was confusing on which rules to follow. I can't believe I ate. I can't believe it's not butter. Hey, I did the best I could with the information I had. I exercised, I played sports. When my diet slipped, I'd exercise even harder to make up for it. I assumed that all meant I was living a healthy life. And then as I got a little older, there were little snags here and there. I used to keep a pretty healthy diet during the week, but on weekends, I'd pretty much eat anything I wanted. Hello, Friday night nachos. And the nachos I used to eat sat really heavy in my stomach. And then they'd leave a few extra pounds. And I'd need a nap after eating. Yeah, a nap. I'd have to lie down after a meal. And then I got this indignation, like there must be some sort of mix-up. I've been eating nachos for years without issue. So why does it hurt so much right now? My joints started cracking more. The sport injuries I used to get that used to quickly disappear, they now lingered for weeks and months, sometimes never healing. My friend circle started getting smaller and smaller. People got married or they moved or just drifted away. So I started staying in more. I was tired. I was tired of a lot of things. I was tired of traffic and lines and people. Just tired. I had a shorter fuse. Now, I had a good job. I was working at the Discovery Channel for 14 years. But then that too started to slide a little bit. With each year came more responsibility, more travel, more stress, just more time. Free time I used to have or used to make to see friends and pursue my passions and hobbies was all pushed aside. When I'd make it home from work, all I wanted to do was sit on the couch and just zone out in front of the TV. And things in my health started to shift a bit too, and not for the better. The fast-paced around-the-clock work schedule I had began impacting my digestion, my adrenals, my thyroid, my hormones. Everything was a bit off. But I was still eating a decent diet and exercising, so I was healthy, right? Well, all of these things happened in increments. A little here, a little there, and it was over months and years. So spread out like that, I just kind of got used to each little thing as it came along. But if everything had happened one day at one time, I would have been alarmed and done something immediately. But it didn't. I told myself I was fine. I was aging. This is what it's like to be an adult. It can always be worse. It wasn't that bad. Anyone ever say those things to themselves, that you're fine, could be worse? Yeah, well, I did. And I was settling for fine. And I was also gunning for my next big promotion at Discovery. Yes, I was already stressed out with my current workload and travel schedule, but I was in the go, do, achiever mode, striving for the next rung on the ladder. Because that's what you do as a healthy adult, right? You climb the corporate ladder no matter what. So then my boss called me into his office, and he reached across his big desk and he offered me the big promotion I had been working so hard for. He congratulated me, he said some nice words, and I paused. The promotion was what I had wanted. It was what I had been shooting for. It was a giant leap ahead. But I was already feeling these health issues, feeling overextended, feeling like I was just kind of in survival mode, just getting by. I had also recently lost my mom to cancer. She was way too young. She seemed healthy to me. She ate a good diet and she moved her body. I couldn't understand how this could happen. So I took my boss's hand in mine and I thanked him for the opportunity. And then I turned it down. And then I quit. Yeah, I quit my job. My boss offered me the promotion of my dreams, and not only did I turn it down, but I quit on the spot. And then I moved to Paris. Paris was a place I had always dreamed of living. Even though I really hadn't spent any time there, it just seemed magical. The art, the people, the food, the wine, it all seemed perfect. It seemed like something out of a dream. So I went to live there. I learned how to slow down. I learned how to be present again. I reconnected with myself, my passions, and all of the interests that used to light me up that I stopped making time for. Between Paris and the US, I studied meditation, yoga, Buddhism, health and wellness. I went to India and learned from shamans. I traveled the world to learn about different people, cultures, and human behavior. I went to cooking school. I went to nutrition school where they talked about health in terms of mind, body, and spirit, and the need to treat all of these areas for optimum well-being. And then I finally learned what it meant to be healthy. So you're probably like, yeah, nice story, but what's in it for me? Well, the good news is that you don't need to quit your job and move to Paris to reclaim your health, though if you wanted to, I'd highly recommend it. Otherwise, I'm going to make things much easier for you. I'm offering you an opportunity to join me in a 6-week program to ignite your health and happiness. And we're going to do this through 3 things: diet, mindset, and action. Now, when it comes to diet, I'm going to share healthy eating principles that make sense and that are sustainable. There's no fasting or depriving yourself. It's going to be eating nourishing food that energizes and fuels you. No post-meal naps necessary. And these are going to be principles that are going to set you up for life and not just for something to do for the next 24 hours. I'm going to give you my favorite and best healthy eating hacks that will help you put together fast and easy meals. You know what we're not going to do? We're not going to use a scale, though don't be surprised if you lose weight. We're not going to count calories. We're not going to focus on any of those out there fads that are going to be debunked next month. I want to set you up with principles for healthy eating that you will use for a lifetime. In addition to talking about diet, we're going to cover exercise, how much is necessary, what to do, and why it's so important to move your body in addition to resting it. You know what else we're going to do in this 6-week program to ignite your health and happiness? We're going to discuss the power of your mind. People, the mind can be the most important thing in your life for you to master. It controls everything. It controls what you decide to eat, if you decide to exercise, and it controls the tone by which you live your life. Is your internal voice nice to you? Or is she the voice that's pointing out everything you're doing wrong and then reprimanding you over and over and over again for years and years and years? Sorry to say, but all the leafy greens in the world aren't going to be able to create a healthy mind and body if you're feeding yourself negative thoughts. So we'll get you saying sweet nothings to yourself. I'll give you meditation and breathing techniques that can help you quickly diffuse a stressful situation. We'll cover self-care techniques to help you put you in a dreamy, relaxed state, ready to take on whatever comes your way. You want more joy and fun in your life? We're going to make that happen. If you've forgotten what some of your passions are, we're going to relocate them again. Then we're going to make sure that you make the time for the things and the people that light you up and inspire you. Might mean a little less time with Netflix and a little more real life fun time. And hey, I know that changing your diet and mindset is no easy feat. But the good news is I'm all about preparation. So we'll predict any obstacles that you might encounter on your way to eating healthier, thinking better, and bringing more joy to your life. We'll get ahead of things so when something rears its ugly head, you'll be ready to say, nope, I choose health and happiness. And we'll look at practices to make all of this feel-good behavior stick. This isn't a one-and-done situation where you try something for a week and then you forget about it. We're going to look at your schedule and your life and figure out how to implement your favorite ideas and techniques so they stick and lead to lasting change. So what are you waiting for? Now is your time to ignite your health and happiness. Start by scheduling a free, no obligation, 20-minute discovery session with me. You can tell me what changes you're looking to make in your life, and I can tell you how I can help and if the Ignite program is for you. It's that easy. Now, I keep this group small so everyone gets personal attention and support. So set up your call now so we can make sure to reserve a seat for you. The program starts April 8th, and I'd love to see you there. I can't wait to see you living a life that's fully ignited, happy, and healthy.